And how does he make this?
Well, swings the ball a little bit left of the 2-pin, sends it into the 10-pin. He's going to. I think he'll throw straight at it.
Hard and straight?
Yeah, I think that's the best way.
Well, we
looks like he's hooking.
And no conversion right there. So Bob Learns open in the first frame. He's still in the match, though.
Yes, he is. He got a break right back.
The 300 King. He bowled another one this week, correct?
Yeah, he's one of 3 guys. Oh, well, he came right. He's hit the pocket both shots. Hasn't got a strike yet. Wayne, on the other hand, has missed both shots, but he's still in the match.
Bob is 34 years of age. He's from Erie, Pennsylvania. He has 2 children, Brandon and Brittany.
Hard and straight, easy spare for Bob. Bob gets to the line in a hurry. He's low. He comes through with an awful lot of power, and you can see when he releases this ball, he really comes through it hard. He doesn't get cheated for any revolutions on the ball. That was a beautiful shot.
Packs that one in there.
Absolutely sent 10 to the pit. Well, Bob looks lined in. Let's see if Wayne can figure it out. I think Wayne either needs to put a little more on his ball or move a little bit right.
It looked like in practice he was trying to soften up the speed and just let it roll back in. Well, like that.
He definitely got that one out just a little bit better, and it came back a little harder. I think Wayne's got to, you can tell Wayne's just trying to loosen up a little bit here early in the match. He's got to kind of find the groove.
Should have had him sing a karaoke song first, and that would have done it, huh?
All right. Well, he's hooking a little bit at the 4-pin too. That was a pretty good shot by Wayne. You can see Wayne is pretty erect when he starts, and he gains momentum as he gets to the line, getting lower, and he comes through it pretty smooth. He's one of the smoother bowlers on tour.
He used to snap through it a lot harder than that years ago.
He's got a real compact game. It's a real nice game.
Well, he goes 2-pin, 2-pin, then 4-pin, 4-pin.
Wayne looks like he's throwing the ball just a little slower than I watched him throw it in practice. He looked like he was a little crisper with the release in practice. It looks like he's a little slow with it right now. Cross the alley again. Look at it. Easy spare.
Wayne Webb has the spare, but he trails in this match by 2 pins. We know he can throw strikes. He's still looking to get that first double. Will he get it? We'll find out when we come back.
Wayne still needs to get it going again. He still has time. That one looked a little better. He seems to have found the left lane. He's got good speed over there. It looks like he's confident. The shot just looks a lot more confident on the left lane right now.
Trouble is that Bob Learn looks confident on both lanes.
Yes, he does. I think Bob's missed the pocket just one shot.
Big crowd here tonight, and Detroit starting to step on you there, Brian.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Bob can just about put this match out of reach.
A lot of career earnings, almost $737,000. 200 of it is this year.
Absolutely, and that was another great shot. Bob looks like he's found it.
I asked Bob Learn earlier if he thought he had to win tonight in order to get Bowler of the Year.
Walt just had a really strong year. He has 3 wins. I only have 1. I've got a couple seconds. If I could back it up with another win, I think I really have a pop at it.
So he knows that a win tonight, and that means winning 4 games, is almost essential.
Absolutely. Bob is lining in. He's starting to throw a lot of strikes.
We all know he can throw a lot of strikes, don't we?
He gets through this match, and you never know what happens.
Earlier this year, he bowled the 10th 300 game on television.
And it was a high-scoring show. Uh-oh. I think Bob just let up on his speed right then. I don't know whether...
You think he steered that one or something?
He looks like he just let up his speed. He just didn't. He just tried to get on it and did not get the ball down the lane. Ball never got outside like the other balls.
Oh, that's a bad mistake there. That cost him 4 pins right there, didn't it?
That definitely hurt. I think Wayne Webb sitting there breathing a sigh of relief. He's going to have to get up and hit this.
Do you know Wayne Webb, if he strikes out, can lock him out?
Absolutely. He's got to hit this right lane.
What amazing turnaround this game bowling can have.
That was a big frame.
That's got a chance.
That was a great shot by Wayne. Well, this is a man who knows how to close out a match. He's won 18 times. He knows how to do it.
And another view of the great crowd here tonight.
Wayne looks like he just gets the speed and confidence on this shot. He really threw this one good. He really threw that one
well. It was the 9th frame, Brian. He starts turning it up then.
That was a big shot. This
is to take the lead.
He's 4 pins down, and this is his good lane. He needs one more good shot here.
A little extra time there.
Uh-oh, I think he missed a little bit, but he got that one. He got that one a little bit to the right, but it came back nice.
He looked quick with that follow-through, but it sure came back.
That one came back nice. I think that'll boost your confidence. You get one a little wide, comes back nice, kicks the 10 out.
Oh,
that'll do it.
Just have that sick feeling sitting in that chair. This is the walkout shot.
Wayne gets it rolling. That was it. That was a really good shot by Wayne. I mean, he looked like he knew what he was doing.
The last 4 have all been really good.
Yes. Yep. Well, talking about Bob Learn throwing a lot of strikes. Wayne's starting to throw a lot of strikes himself. Shuts out Bob.
5 pins. Gives him 211 and an automatic win.
Needs 5 pins. Down the middle, hard and straight.
That shot looked familiar.
Yeah.
Wayne Webb finishes with 215. And we look at Bob Learn's averages this week. Got better every time until now.
Well, the big shot was in the 9th frame.
What a big shot.
Boy.
And again, it just shows in bowling, it can just turn around so quickly. He was up by, what, 30 pins going into that frame?
And the split didn't give Wayne the win. Wayne had to step up and throw the strikes.
But it always seems like when you open, your opponent...
Yeah, you get it, your eyes open up and your heart starts beating, and that's come to life. And that's what Wayne did.
Well, the strike finishes with 200, but Bob Learn didn't achieve his goal tonight.
To the Cowboy fan.
Wayne Webb, 6th frame, leading by 14 pins, but knows that Tim Chris has got something going.
Well, Wayne needs to keep hitting this good lane right here.
No trouble with it, Brian.
Nope. Well, Wayne's going to have to figure out lane 11 just like Tim did if he wants to stay in this match now.
Boy, he's caught between the devil and the deep blue sea.
Definitely looks like he's just got that in-between feel right now in lane 11.
Should mention that Webb is a Jack Benny, 39 years of age, living right now in Barberton, Ohio. He's got 18 victories on the PBA Tour as he shoots at the 3-6-10.
Cross alley, makes the spare, easy spare. Well, Tim can cut this lead, I believe.
Down to 4 pins with a strike.
4 pin if he. And this is his good lane too. He's been in the pocket every shot on this lane, so he has to keep it there.
Is he known for taking it? Oh, there's his nickname right there.
There's why they call him the Turtle, his pet turtle.
Perfect.
Got the 9 to fall. That was a good shot by Tim.
So what's his reputation on tour, Brian? Is he known for taking advantage of situations like this?
Well, Tim's pretty quiet, and he quietly sneaks up on people. I don't think people find Tim in this situation much. He just finds a way to finish ahead of him every week.
Okay, kind of like Ohio State snuck up on Notre Dame this year.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
I'm a Buckeye fan. I had to slip that in there. 8th frame, one more, and he goes in front.
He needs to throw another. He let up last time, do a nice soft shot on this lane to get it to finish. Oh! Match is on. Looks like he's figured out that slow speed's paying off right
A
now.
little tickle action right there. And Wayne Webb has to make another comeback as he trails for the first time in this match.
Well, yeah, same as last game. Look at this. Chris gets the nice light hit, swisher off the wall, got the speed down, and got the hit. He liked that one, I think. Wayne's got to hit this lane still. Well, Wayne finds himself in about the same situation as last game.
The trouble is, what does he do on the left lane now?
Well, it looks like he's tried both things. He went a little harder and straighter, but it didn't flip. He moved in a little bit. Ball jumped through the nose. If it was me, I think he's going to have to stay in, try to keep the speed up.
Okay. Whatever it is, he needs to double to take the lead.
It looks like he moved in a little bit deeper, made sure the ball stayed far enough to the right.
Kept that speed up, too, it looked like.
Yes, he did. He threw that one pretty good. That was an aggressive shot by Wayne on that lane.
4 pins.
Well,
Chris, though, has hit this lane
Tim can shut him out right here if he throws them all.
the last 2 consecutive times, working on 4 in a row.
Keep hitting this lane. You gotta like it when that happens. Sherry liked it. Here comes, you can see the ball slaps. 1 pin slaps into the wall, takes the 4 out, hits the 8, and comes back and gets the 7 to fall.
Was that the 4 that tickled off the 8 there?
I think so. Earlier in the match, he left that 7 pin. He got it to fall when he needed it.
Leads by 6.
He's going to have to continue to hit this lane. He can put this match away.
It snuck up and bit him right then.
I think that was just, he knew he needed to throw it nice and soft. I think he threw it soft and forgot to put anything on the ball right there.
You don't think the adrenaline got it up and caused a little more speed? Huh?
Well, it looked like it didn't look like he threw it too much harder. I think he just forgot to get anything on that ball when he slowed it down. It just really didn't roll up.
Any chance to make this?
He's going to have to hit the 2-8 and hope for something to come out.
Soft as he does it, I don't think it happens too often.
No, probably doesn't bounce it out there too often.
So what does Webb need? Just a mark, huh?
He needs a mark and some.
This has been his good lane. So far, things are going Wayne Webb's way.
Yep. This is his good lane. I don't think there's.
Oh, he stopped for something there.
He got away with it, but didn't make much difference with the shot.
Wayne Webb, 2 in a row. Next on the list, Parker Bone. They keep bringing out these guys. They get tougher each time, too.
Actually, I'm kind of glad I'm sitting up here in the booth with you, Mike.
Well, Wayne Webb won our opening tournament of the year in Peoria.
That's right.
And he's just got 12 wired.
He's could be the sleeper this year. Hasn't brought down the big dollar figures, but certainly working on the second title of the year.
Little experiment ball here.
Could be. Although I'm not sure he needs to experiment on this lane, actually. No problem.
It doesn't matter as long as it's red, it strikes. Wayne Webb defeats Tim Chris 225 to 196. We're ready for the semifinal game, and 2 veteran PBA players battling it out. One with 11 titles, Parker Bone, as you see him on the left there, an 18-time winner, Wayne Webb.
A lot of titles between these remaining 3 players.
A lot of titles. Let's see, 21 and 18 is 39, 11, 50 titles between these 3 guys.
That's a lot of titles.
He got that one back.
It looks like he moved right after the 10th frame. It looked like he moved everything to the right, put that ball clear out by the gutter.
Why would he do that?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. He may have found the ball bouncing off the very edge of the lane. That's kind of avoiding the hang spot, getting around it on the right.
Amazing.
It didn't come back real hard, but it did get back there.
It's interesting to see if he does that on the right lane as well as he's been
That's
hitting
true.
that.
Good shot by Parker, opening shot. Nobody questions his ability to throw strikes. This guy is smooth. He throws the ball so good.
Parker Bone now living in Jackson, New Jersey, 33 years of age. 7 championship round appearances this year.
Well, Parker gets there time and time again. He has struggled to win here in the last couple of years. I think he won last summer in Austin, and he's struggled to win, but he gets there.
Well, his opponents on TV are averaging 247 against him.
Well, that kind of puts a little damper in it.
Boy, he left that in practice twice.
Well,
Fifth 3 times and third 3 times. So his best finish this year is still third.
Well, I'll notice that Parker has qualified for the show 3 times already this year in second, and he's yet to win from that spot. So this is the 4th time trying it from the second seed.
3-6-7.
Cross lane. Doesn't get it over there.
He's open.
That's fair. Well, it's usually unusual for the right lane or the left lane to be a little hang for the right-handers, and it's usually the opposite for left-handers. But
well, we see that he has 8 strikes in a row on lane 12, and that split was the 8th split of the night with 0 conversions.
Oh. Well, he didn't seem to make a move there. I think he feels pretty confident on that lane right now.
Amazes me that Parker let him finish on that lane.
That's true. I'm not quite certain why he would do that, but
Wayne Webb now with a quick 22-pin lead, trying for 3 in a row, can bump it to 32 if he strikes right here.
Well, we've watched 2 matches look like they were about to get out of the woods. Both of them came back, turned out to be close games. Wayne didn't get that one out.
Ooh, the 3-6-9-10. Not an easy spare.
No.
You shot that one before, huh?
Yes, I have. A few too many times, I think.
Do you hook it into it, or do you go straight?
I hook it into it. There's no question. I'll get as deep as I can get and try to put the ball to the right gutter and let it hook back into it.
At the 3-6-9-10. Beautiful shot. As Parker strikes, don't forget to tune in Saturday for college football on ESPN.
Well, he is down by 18, but there's no question he likes lane 12 too.
But he chose to finish on 11.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why.
He must have figured that it was the better of the 2 lanes for him.
Well, the only thing I can guess is that he just didn't make a good shot in the second frame.
Well, we'll find out right now.
That's right. He can't wait. He's going to have to start striking.
Down 18 pins, can reduce it to 8 if he can double.
Well,
see, he left that on his last practice ball, Brian, and was watching on that lane. Now that's 3 times in a row.
Well, it looks like on that particular shot, he tried to get it right to the edge of the lane as fast as he could and hoped that it hooked
bank back, huh?
But it didn't come back.
So that's the, if I can count these pins here now, the 3, 6, 7, 9, correct?
That's right. That's right. He's going to have to hit on the right side of the 3-pin here light.
Softens the speed. Well, gave it a shot, but boy, oh boy.
You can see here, he made a little move in. He tries to get this out as quick as he can in hopes that it hits something, but it's right there. It just skated down the lane and did not turn the corner.
So that's the 9th split of the night. And still no conversions as Webb finally leaves something on lane 12.
Well, Parker's not getting put away by Wayne. He's hurting himself at this point, but he's going to have to, he's still in this match. He's a long way from being out, but he's going to have to figure out lane 11.
31 pins the difference. At the 10 pin, makes no trouble. Wayne Webb showing why he's won 18 times in his career.
Well, Wayne obviously tried to go wide his first shot.
Different
on this
ball?
lane.
Oh, of course, he picked up a different ball for the spare. Okay. He's got so many up there, I can't keep track of all
There's
the ones
a lot
he's
of
got.
red balls on that rack. Once again.
Ooh, this time It's the big split, the 4-7-10.
Well, Wayne is trying to do the same thing Parker did. He's trying to get it out and around that little hang spot, and he's just not getting it around it. It's starting to hook before it even gets to the hang spot, and it's not holding. It's biting.
Now, I've noticed you when you run in as he tries going cross lane for this split. Ooh, gave it a shot. A lot of times you get in and go a little straighter and move deeper yet.
I'll try to keep, you know, you're going to have, if you're going to move in, you're going to find your ball's going to jump in the back end a lot more because it's fresh back ends. Nobody's playing in there. I'll try to play on that by keeping the speed up and letting the ball hit harder because of that back end.
On lane 12.
Well, I think he just let up on his ball speed on that lane.
He just seems lost to me, the 2-4-7. If he converts this and after the next frame, we're going to go to break. Is that a good thing now? These guys get a little time to sit down and think it over here?
Well, I think in this particular game, there's no question they both need to think about it a little bit, try to figure out what they can do. Right now, they're getting up and bowling so quickly without each one's feeling the pinch of a tough lane condition.
Wow. 3 opens in 5 frames here.
I think Parker just needs this break bad so he can regroup and try to pull something out. He is not out of this game.
He's down 28 pins.
He's down 28 pins with 3 opens through 5 frames. So I would say at 28, being down 28, not that bad just yet. Wayne doesn't exactly look like, you know, he's a
picture of confidence on lane 11, right?
He had a string on going on lane 12. He missed finally on lane 12.
Does he change angles here? What does he do?
Well,
4 in a row on that lane. Same split.
I think Parker tried to move back to the left that time. He put the ball out in the air a little bit of loft to try to make the ball roll up just a little earlier, but it did not.
Now let me ask a question here. Is it within his arsenal to soften that speed a little bit to let it roll up?
Well, I think over the years, Parker, if he has one fault, it would be he has so much speed on his ball. It's an aggressive shot all the time. It's really hard for him to let it up on.
Oh, finally, in our 10th split, someone converts one. We're 1 for 10 tonight. And the crowd appreciates that right here. So Parker keeps the deficit at 28 pins right now. He's struggling and he needs this break. Maybe we do too. When we come back, we'll find out if Parker can come back. Stay with us.
Would you like to lower your mortgage?
Wayne Webb on lane 12, his favorite lane, leading by 28 pins.
Must have been another cough again. A little noise in the background there.
Has he got rabbit ears or is
Must hear pretty well. It's tough. You get to concentrating. It doesn't take too much to disturb a player out there. Back on that lane.
back on 12?
Well, it's not seeming to bother him. That's twice now he stepped back, but he packs the ball both times afterwards. So this is a big shot for Wayne. He too is lost on this lane. 2 shots in a row. He has not gotten them out. He needs to get this ball. The way he played the first frame, he got the ball way out, and he's going to have to do that again. Or tighten up his line.
We understand that what distracted him was the Coke machine. Did the Coke machine come alive? I don't understand quite. Well, he moved back in.
Yes, he did. He did. He tried to avoid it altogether.
I don't understand why he got out. That's where he finished the last time.
That's right. That's a little bit confusing. Parker's going to have to hit this lane and figure something out. Little break obviously helped Wayne.
Parker's opponents have been averaging 247 at him. I asked him, is that frustrating? How does he deal with it?
Well, obviously, I need a six-bagger right away to stay with him, but I think it's going to come down, and I think it's about time it starts tonight a little bit. So watch me for 2 games, and we'll see how my opponents do.
Well, in order to be here for 2 games, he's got to overcome a 38-pin deficit with 3 frames to go.
Well, that was looked like a bad break, good break sort of thing right there to carry that 10-pin. Well, he threw a great shot there. Honestly, it looks like Parker just relaxed a little bit. He threw that ball with a lot on it. That was an aggressive strike.
Well, it's down to 28.
Cuts the lead to 28.
Just takes one mistake.
We've seen the matches come back in both games. Wayne's on his good lane.
You know, Marshall was over here watching that, and I kind of think Marshall was rooting for Parker.
Yeah, I think so. You can see the light. Looked like the 7-10 was going to stand. Little pin action. He gets the 10 to fall. Nice break there.
I'll tell you what, $64 question is what pin was that knocked over the 10 pin there? I don't know.
Good question.
Back up to 38, ninth frame.
Stays in.
Well, he's not too unhappy with that right now.
No, at least he's in the pocket. Parker's still going to have to make something happen.
Picks up another ball to convert to 10 pin.
Stuck a little bit. No problem.
No trouble. Parker trailing by 37 to have any chance needs to.
He's going to have to strike out. Right now, Wayne is going to just need to mark in the 10th with good count to win this match. But Parker's going to have to force him to do that by striking out right now. Every shot is key here for Parker.
Oh, they're getting worse. I mean, you look at his score, and it reminds you of tic-tac-toe, but right now the circles are even with the X's, and wow.
Well, when things aren't going right, and the harder you try to get back in the match sometimes, the harder and the worse things seem to get.
Interesting, too, because Parker was the only bowler that came over here to practice today.
Well, you know, it's tough enough. Parker struggling to hit the pocket, and not only does he got to hit the pocket, he has to strike, and that's almost too much for even these guys to handle.
Well, Parker with 136 in the ninth, trailing by an overwhelming 54 pins. The best he can get is 166. Wayne Webb already has 180 if he doesn't show up. So the championship match is going to be Webb versus Holman.
Well, Parker looks like he's figured out lane 11 just way too late.
You know, he took all of his balls after last night and slugged the ring finger and changed the pitch in his ring finger. And the reason he said that he was doing that was that over at the other bowling center, Bowl 1, he threw several balls in the channel this week, and it was just slipping off of he felt his ring finger, and he needed to change that pitch, went a little bit more under palm.
Kind of make you hit up on the ball maybe a little bit more, be a little more aggressive with your hit, keep it on the lane.
Yeah, that's what his thinking was.
Well, he's definitely figured out lane 11 now. You know, a lot of it could have just been not being relaxed on that lane.
Do you know that if he strikes on this ball, if I count right, he's going to finish with 7 strikes in this mess and finish with 166? Amazing, isn't
That's
it?
pretty hard to do.
I mean, it is.
That's pretty hard.
Webb has only got 5 strikes.
That's pretty hard to do.
That ain't making it up. He's back to normal.
Well, it's only fitting. So.
Another split. So he winds up with 6 strikes and 4 splits and 1 miss.
164. Well,
that's hard to do, like you say.
6 strikes and 160 is tough to do. But and that's picking up the split, too.
And picking up 1 split, right.
He could have had 7 with less.
Webb trying to keep everything on track. Says, well, I don't mind a 4-pin now, as long as it's not a precursor of things to happen next game.
Well, Wayne made a great move on lane 11 by moving deeper. I think that's where he's going to have to play Marshall at. And, you know, the weak 10 wasn't such a bad thing over there. He left in the 9th.
At the 4-pin, no trouble.
It's going to be an interesting match now. We've got two Hall of Famers, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm watching.
Through the nose, Wayne Webb finishes up with 207. He defeats Parker Bone 207 to 164. Well, this match won't be slow and deliberate. And as we anticipated, Marshall Holman is starting on lane 11. Well, probably the biggest match he's bowled in quite a while.
That's right. It's still confusing for Parker why he chose to start that match, but for Marshall it makes a lot more sense. Gets over to lane 12 for the 10th frame.
Marshall Holman from Medford, Oregon.
I don't think he threw that the way he wanted to, but
did you read his lips there? I couldn't read what he was saying.
I think he liked it.
I think he's wearing a mic out there.
Well, this is going to be a good match. I think this is going to be Marshall. Marshall has the itch. I think he really wants to win again, real bad.
Well, I'm sure as Webb starts with a strike, but in the back of his mind is that 20 thing, trying to get to 20 victories.
Well, I think so. You know, this is going to be an incredibly important shot here for Wayne. He is on the lane that has been the toughest lane for every bowler today. He needs to hit this shot right here to put the pressure on Marshall right out of the gate.
We've
got a match.
Shot.
I think this is going to be a match. Both of these two bowlers know what they're doing, and it shows. Marshall's playing a line that's real similar to what we saw Tim Chris doing. He's floating the ball out, but he's got a little more continuous back end than Tim Chris had. Keeping himself under control there, talking to himself. I think that's key for Marshall. I've seen him in the past. He has a tendency to get excited.
Rack. What a record there. 6 consecutive years making over $100,000 each year in the 80s. Look at Marshall. Anything different here?
Well, it looks pretty much like the old Marshall. He doesn't change. He stays smooth and steady. He makes little adjustments in his game. Looks like he has slightly different release on the ball than he used to have. Gets a little fired up, calms himself down. He's exciting to watch.
I bet that heart's pumping right now a lot. Goodness, a solid 9, and that eliminates any possibility of a perfect game there by Wayne Webb.
Well, Bowl 1's offering $25,000 if anybody does it, so it's up to Marshall now. He wants to lay claims to that money. That was a really bad break, though, for Wayne. He threw that ball real good on his good lane.
Converts the 9-pin. Goes back to his more difficult lane, trailing by 11. Hasn't trailed too much since the first match.
But nobody's been able to put Wayne away by any means. He finds a way to stay in every match.
Perfect shot right there. Perfect shot.
Well, I'm wondering if he's thinking he should have done that earlier in the day, but I guess since he's at this point, doesn't really matter.
Does it? Right. No. But it does matter for Marshall to keep striking.
That's right. I think. Keeps the pressure on.
1981, the last time they met for
Kansas City. Oh!
And a solid 10. Boy, he couldn't have thrown it much better.
Well, Marshall threw 2 shots in a row that were the swishing hit, the light hit that carried. That soft roll in the back end was carrying. He threw that one too good. I think he...
Cross lane at the 10-pin, using the same ball that he threw for the strike. Converts it. It's been since 1988, since Marshall's won a tournament. I asked him if he still remembered how to win.
Well, I tell you, you know, going into this tournament, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but once I started to get a good ball reaction and the good things started happening, I definitely remembered what it felt like. And I was out there gyrating and doing everything that the old Marshall Holman used to do. So I remember what it feels like. I'll know what to do today.
Well, Well, he carried 3 hits in a row, and now suddenly a 10-pin and a 7-pin.
Well, there's no question. He looks like the first right-hander who's come out to bowl the first game, and he's lined up on both lanes.
No mistakes here. 109th career TV appearance. What was that, 63 and 89?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh! A little pirouette there. He looked like Brett Favre.
Ooh, playing with the crowd a little bit, too. That's just like the old Marshall.
Marshall playing to the crowd.
I think he enjoys that.
Webb with an opportunity to take the lead.
Yep, the 9 to go. That was
that
close.
looked like another one, didn't it?
I thought he left it again.
Basically an even match. Webb a pin ahead. Been too long. And he is throwing a different ball in the left lane than he is the right lane.
Yep. Well, he's playing a completely different line, it looks like. He's much deeper on the left lane now.
Oh, is he wired?
A great sportscaster once promised to tell it like it is.
Back to the light hit. A little calmer reaction out of that strike, though.
7th frame, trails by 11. Something tells me in my inner gut that this is a very key shot.
I think so. This shot here, if he can throw it, is going to bring this match down to the wire. There's no doubt.
Oh!
Damn it! Come on!
One pin. One pin.
The fire and the emotion that I remember so well watching Marshall every week on TV, it seemed like, still there. Well, there's a payback break maybe for the solid 9, but
what a great match these two guys are playing. I'll tell you what, with all the struggling that we've had before.
Wayne took a little extra time on this one, threw it, just gets the break on the 4.
The 2-pin gives it the tender touch. 11 pins can increase it to 21 8th frame action.
Tripping those 4s are deadly out here. I don't think Wayne got through this shot as well as he wanted to. They kind of cut it a little short, didn't get his follow through, wasn't balanced as well as his other shot. Ball just hooked up a little early. But he did get away with a break here.
At the 4-7.
Well, Marshall needs this strike
to
right
take
here,
the lead.
To take the lead. Oh, he threw that nice. That might honestly, it looked like he might have stuck a little at the line, but that was the most aggressive shot Marshall threw this whole game.
And he's looking at the scoreboard. He knows how important this 9th frame is.
Look at this ball. This ball really had a lot more pop to it when it came back. He wasn't going to flirt around with that. He liked that one. I don't think he was going to fool around with that light hit.
1 pin ahead. 9th frame. Well, we asked him if he still remembered how to win. I think he's answered that question, but he hasn't won yet because he has a great opponent in Wayne Webb, trailing by 11, 9th frame.
Well, if Wayne strikes out, he shoots .257 this game, and Marshall is going to have his work cut out.
Ooh, the solid 10. great shot. Still in the match, though. Still in the match. Bill Supper enjoying the bowling, Vice President of Sales for Ebonite International.
That's my boss.
That's your boss,
That's
huh?
my boss.
At the 10 pin.
Well, Wayne has to strike out here. I don't think there's any doubt.
Scoreboard tells the story. The difference 12 pins. Wayne Webb can still finish with 246. Cut this to a 2-pin difference if he could strike it out.
He needs this first hit right here as much as he's needed a shot all day long.
We still have a possibility of a tie.
Yes, yeah, we do.
Oh, and the solid 10, back-to-back solid 10s.
Well, Wayne needs to make this spare, and he needs to hope that Marshall somehow opens in the 10.
Yeah, it comes down to Marshall's going to need a mark. Marshall's in the 240s. Webb, if he makes this in strike, will be 235. Both bowlers playing great matches.
In fact, if Wayne makes a spare like he should and strikes on this ball and Marshall throws 9, we could still have a tie if Marshall was to miss a single pin.
So it isn't over until it's over. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. Wayne needs a strike to have any chance at all. I think he needs this strike right here for the count.
An outstanding game, his best game of the night.
No question about it. Two ringing 10s, solid 9.
So the most important shot in the last 8 years for Marshall Holman right now.
Oh! Well, he's guaranteed himself the tie.
I miss the tie. I make it.
No, Marshall is the analyst to the end, isn't
boy,
he?
I'll tell you what.
What a break.
My heart stopped.
Take advantage of that break.
At the 10 pin.
First 20-second time.
Yeah, baby!
He likes it.
Yeah! I'm back! I did it! I can't stand it! Alive! How do you like it? Alive! Woo!
Just another day at the office.
You just gotta love this guy.
I can't stand it. Whoa! All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Woo! How do you like them guys? I can't stand it. Yeah. Thank you. Oh.
Been a presentation by ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.